Steve Jobs introduced the revolutionary first iPhone in 2007. And since then, Apple iPhones have been favorites worldwide. With the launch of the iPhone 15, many people expressed dissatisfaction, stating that there weren't many new changes. In this video, I'll discuss 16 new changes or upgrades that we can expect in the iPhone 16 series. So, let's get started. This year, we will see the largest iPhone displays yet, thanks to the larger iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max. Last year's iPhone 15 Pro featured a 6.1-inch display, and this year's iPhone 16 Pro will have a 6.27-inch display. Similarly, the iPhone 15 Pro Max featured a 6.7-inch display, but the iPhone 16 Pro Max is expected to have a 6.86-inch screen. These new display sizes will be the largest ever for the iPhone. This year we will see the new design of the iPhone 16. The iPhone 16 base will feature a vertical camera setup with a pill-shaped raised surface, a departure from the diagonal camera arrangement seen in the iPhone 15. The new camera bump will include two camera rings for the wide and ultra-wide cameras. The vertical camera layout is expected to enable spatial video recording, which is currently exclusive to iPhone 15 Pro models. Battery capacities are expected to change across all iPhone models this year. Rumors suggest that the iPhone 16 will have a 6% increase in capacity over the iPhone 15, while the iPhone 16 Pro Max may see a 5% increase. On the other hand, the iPhone 16 Plus's battery capacity is expected to be reduced by 9%. Apple could also use stacked battery technology to increase energy density and extend lifespan. Last year, Apple added the action button to the Pro and Pro Max models. We now have a capture button for the entire iPhone 16 line. So, what will this button do? The button will include features such as the ability to zoom in and out by swiping left and right, focus on a subject with a light press, and start a recording with a more forceful press. The capture button will be on the bottom right side of the iPhone 16. The iPhone 16 Pro models are expected to feature an upgraded 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera lens, which should allow for better photos when shooting in 0.5x mode, especially in low-light environments. This also implies that iPhone 16 Pro models will be able to capture 48-megapixel Pro RAW images in ultra-wide mode. These photographs retain more detail in the image file, allowing for greater editing flexibility. When you see the words Super or Ultra next to a telephoto camera, it refers to extreme zoom with a focal length of more than 300 mm. The iPhone 16 Pro Max could be the first to include a super telephoto periscope camera. The current telephoto lens is equivalent to a 77mm lens, so if accurate, zoom capabilities could be significantly increased. This year, both iPhone 16 Pro models are expected to include 5x optical zoom, which is currently limited to the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Apple's tetraprism lens system has a folded design that allows it to fit inside the smartphone while providing up to 5x optical zoom and 25x digital zoom. In contrast, the current smaller iPhone 15 Pro has a maximum optical zoom of 3x, which is consistent with the iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max. Apple may include new features in iOS 18 that use large language models. Some of these features might only be available on the most recent iPhone models. They are working to make Siri smarter, improve Siri's interaction with the Messages app, automatically create playlists for Apple Music, integrate with productivity apps for AI-assisted content creation, and more. The action button is available on the iPhone 15 Pro models, and it is expected to be expanded to the standard iPhone 16 models by 2024. The action button used throughout the iPhone 16 lineup will be identical to the iPhone 15 Pro action button. The action button will replace the traditional mute switch. Apple is reportedly considering using microlens technology to maintain or increase the brightness of OLED displays on next year's iPhone 16 models, while potentially reducing power consumption. Apple's 2024 iPhone Pro models are expected to include Wi-Fi 7, which will allow data transfer over the 2.4 GHz, 5 GHz, and 6 GHz bands simultaneously. This should lead to faster Wi-Fi speeds, lower latency, and more consistent connectivity. Wi-Fi 7 is expected to provide peak data transfer speeds of over 40 Gbps, representing a 4x increase over Wi-Fi 6E. Meanwhile, the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus are rumored to support Wi-Fi 6E. The iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max will use the A18 Pro chip from TSMC's second-generation 3nm process, known as N3E. The A17 chips in the iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus will be manufactured using the same N3E process rather than the last year's N3B. This year's Pro and Pro Max models will most likely feature Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon X75 modem. In comparison to the X70, which is used in iPhone 15 models, the Snapdragon X75 has improved carrier aggregation and other technological advancements for faster 5G download and upload speeds. We are all aware that the iPhone 15 Pro models experienced heating issues following launch, which Apple resolved through a software update. Apple is rumored to be developing a graphene thermal system for the iPhone 16 lineup, and the iPhone 16 Pro models may include metal battery casings to reduce overheating. Graphene has higher thermal conductivity than copper, which is currently used in iPhone heatsinks. The iPhone 16 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro Max are rumored to have double the maximum storage capacity of the iPhone 15 Pro models, going from 1 TB to 2 TB. Also, Apple's iPhone 16 and iPhone 16 Plus models are expected to have 8 GB of RAM, up from 6 GB in the iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Plus. Apple is rumored to be planning a significant upgrade to the iPhone 16 microphone to improve the new AI-enhanced Siri experience. Apple's Siri AI ambitions will rely heavily on improved voice input processing, and the new microphone is expected to provide a significantly higher signal-to-noise ratio. So these are all the 16 upgrades in the iPhone 16 lineup till now. Let me know in the comments which one you like the most. Subscribe for more updates, and I'll see you in the next video. This is TechTix, signing off.